Hi friends, I just came live to make sure everything is working fine and we'll go live. We'll start as scheduled time. Let's other join. Meanwhile, I will just test the screen sharing and everything is working fine. Okay. Hello everyone. Hi Bija. We'll just wait for another couple of minutes. Let's everyone join. Please let me know if you can hear me and you can see my screen if everything is fine. Just please confirm on the chat. Hi Bija, can you hear me? Am I audible? Hi Ailesh. Hi Gaurav. Perfect. We'll wait for another couple of minutes. Thank you, Gaurav, for the confirmation. I hope you all are doing good in this pandemic. Hi, Naveen. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Chetan. Okay, so let's start now, I guess. Okay, hello everyone. A very good evening, and thank you all for joining. So today I have this is the day I have been looking after from a long time, and in every like once in a while, it is always like there a revolutionary product comes which just change everything. Something is here today, which we are going to see and see going to experience that thing. A question which is always being asked to us, this is the question: should we use I have been in so many webinars, so many conferences, and many other stuff like workshops on selectors or in automation. This question has been always been asked, like, should we use CSS selector or XPath? Is CSS selector faster than XPath? And I'm sure those each one of us have this question in mind and always been asked this question. But the problem being, because of we are not able to write the such a great CSS selectors, and we are always uh, fall towards writing XPath because that has text functionality, a lot of functions, and we can write the relative XPath as well, like with this child directly connecting to that parents. We always fall into by default using XPath, but inside we always want to use the CSS selector, and we have that concept of theory as well as the concept that CSS selector is faster than XPath. But what about the solution? Like, where is that solution? So today here I'm introducing relative CSS selector. With this, you would be able to write your own. I mean, you would be able to write your own relative CSS selector. You will learn this, as well as you would be able to, just in single click, you would be able to get that relative CSS selector, which you can use it in your script. And here it is, just in a single click, you will be getting the relative CSS selector for your uh, inspected element or any element, whatever you want for which. And for an example, you can anytime compare this relative CSS, CSS selector, which you are gonna get from SelectorsHub, with any of the Chrome Dev tools or any other tool. You will always find this best, and you would be able to see, you will be able to learn this, that how SelectorsHub has formed this relative CSS selector. And for sure, I will be taking more workshop on this, that how you can write your own relative CSS selector, which you can write in your script and use in your script. And like our whole industry is moving towards frameworks based on JavaScript framework, right? There it is going to help a lot. Like Cypress is growing a lot. Recently there was a survey which is the best trending tool, which is the fastest growing testing tool, and there was the poll was winning poll was a Cypress. And so many other tools are growing in coming in with the JavaScript framework, and all the automation developers and the developers as well, like web developers are writing their own automation scripts, but most of them are using JavaScript. So for them, they because they can't use the XPath, so they always look for the CSS selector. So here is the solution. This relative CSS selector is going to change the next decade. We have been fallen in the from so long time that we always fall in using XPath. What about, we always wanted to use CSS selector, and in fact many people just use the CSS selector, but is still writing a long CSS selector. So this is going to really help them, and this is going to change the way we write the automation script today. And it has taken a long time to build this algorithm, to build this, to introduce this new selector, relative CSS selector. And definitely you must be having a lot of questions, so I will take in some time. Like just let me look at the questions. I hope you all are saying this and you are able to get it. Okay, perfect. Then next is we have this like as a web developers, we always say that we don't use XPath, right? We use either CSS selector, and there is something like you might have heard as a because many times I got these questions and like I mean feedback as well that Sanjay, we always talk about like automation testers, and why don't we get something for developers as well? So here is something I'm going to introduce today for the web developers as well while writing their JavaScript code or the web development. This is going to really help them a lot. They need not to open console anymore. They need not to write their own selector because they always write the CSS selector. And in fact, you might have heard about this. And here is the new selector for the web developers and those who are writing the JavaScript code as well as writing their automation code in JavaScript. JS path. Yes, you might have seen that JS path there in the developer console of Google. But let me show you here. Like for an example, this you see for this field, if we copy the JS path, let me copy this JS path from here and paste this. The value you see that what kind of value you got it here, right? It is pretty much like so lengthy and that arrow icons are there. But what you are gonna get from SelectorsHub, this new selector for developers just in single click. You see that the one what you were getting over there in Chrome DevTools and what you are going to. So this is something like I haven't added that relative JS path. Actually, this is going to be the relative JS path, which is going to save a huge amount of time for all the web developers. And like my UI team, I have been working for as an automation engineer for so many companies, but this was the questions always they ask like we have so many tools for XPath and so many other stuff like for selectors we have so many extras. Why don't we get such things for developers like which saves time? So here it is like for them this JS path just in single click, and this is actually the relative JS path, which is going to have the relative CSS selector with it, and it's going to save a huge amount of time while web development as well as while writing the automation script. And this you can directly copy and execute in your console, and you can do a lot of stuff whatever you want to do. You need not to come back and forth for writing your JS path or JS code for that, like what you have to like every time you, because what we do today is that we come here like in console, we first type document, then dot query selector like this. And in fact, believe me guys, like all the developers and everybody used to do the same way. They do it and then they write like this, then they come here. So that part they need not to do. From the selectors up directly they can get it just in single click. Then next is what? Not able to inspect and write locators for drop down elements. And in fact, like I believe like all the like trainers and everybody like Naveen is here, and in the race here so many people, all the like experts, Gaurav is here, everybody, I'm sure like this question have been asked to us every time, that how to inspect the selectors, how to inspect the elements from the drop down value which used to disappear from the DOM as soon as we like inspect. For an example like Mintra, So like if we have to inspect this element casual t-shirt, or for let's say we have open DevTools, inspect, and now we have to inspect that. We are not able to inspect that casual t-shirt, right? Then how to write the selectors for them? This is such a pain point on Chrome browser. Though on Firefox we can inspect, but still huge problem because millions of users like Chrome has almost like 70 to 80% of the market of the browser, but still this functionality is not there. Like we are not able to inspect those elements, and whenever like we inspect them, they used to like disappear from the dev tools. This question, in fact, like every single time have been asked to me, then how to solve this problem. Here it is, and this has been solved now, and you will be amazed with this amazing solution just in single click right there from the context menu. You will be getting the solution. SelectorsHub in context menu. Now you see that you just right click right there, and you will be getting all the options to copy your selectors, your desired selectors. Let me show you how. Like for an example, we were talking that we are not able to write the selectors, let's say for casual shirts or t-shirts. I really like the t-shirts. So you just right click here, copy relative CSS selector, relative XPath, JSPath, anything you can copy. Let's just copy relative CSS selector and you just paste it here. You see that how amazing relative CSS selector has been created for this element. And if you have to write it, I mean, this is really tough to write because we cannot inspect that element right from here. There are ways to do that, but still, like, what is the easy way? How can we save time? How can we make our life easy? Why we are wasting so much time? Then we can do it everything smartly in 2020. So this is something really amazing, which is going to save a huge amount of time for all the web developers, for all the automation testers, and all the automation developers, and in fact, like everybody which are dealing with the web development or web UI, like because it is really useful for the like crawling, and in fact I know like many people use for different purpose, not just to write the UI automation. Many HR companies are using, many HRs use it to scrapping the website, like to get the profile. I mean, so many examples are there. Anyways, moving on. These all the solutions are here in 2.0 SelectorsHub. As I promised with you guys that the SelectorsHub, which we have launched just 2 months back, was just not the 10% of what we are going to see in future. And here it is, SelectorsHub 2.0, innovation inspired automation. A lot more to come. How to install and update SelectorsHub? It's very easy. You just go to openselectorshub.com, and there in the like download button, install SelectorsHub. You just restart the browser, and to update, open this Chrome extension tab, and there you click on the update button. So this you can find all these details you can find on the website. What else is there in the SelectorsHub 2.0? Okay, I'm sure like you all are really excited because we haven't seen the like that glimpse of 2.0. So let me show you guys here. Okay, let me show you something simple here on google.com. Just open the last tab is SelectorsHub as always, and there you go. So this is the default view of SelectorsHub, a very neat and clean UI, and I'm sure like you will love it. And it has a lot more feature and really advanced, and really like every single thing, like whatever you see in the UI, every single thing has some or other meaning for it, and really useful. As much as you will explore this UI and this SelectorsHub tab, you will fall in love with it. For an example, all these headers, if you click on them, like whichever value you want to copy, you just click on these headers, you will be copied. So that space, like no need to make the UI dirty, and like so many things, like so many icons are there that you got confused, like okay, very carefully you have to click on something. If you have to edit it, like you just click right there and it will copy and paste the value here in the box. So you see that how innovative these things are and how easy to make your task easy. Like you need not to select that value, you need not to like click on anything. You just like whichever value you want to edit. I mean, because what we do for edit, like we just click on that value, right? So it will do it for you, and there you can verify your values here. And you see, when you will write your own XPath here in this field, let's say we are building some XPath and by mistake we have built something like this, but we feel like, okay, we don't want to use XPath. Selectors will suggest you the better relative, or you say that selector which you should use. You see that sh selector is there. This is the similar thing, similar selector for this XPath. This is the selector which you can use in your script. You just click on this and you can copy your this in your script. And all the possible selectors will be here. JS path, absolute X path, class name, and everything with along with their occurrences and that matching node. So you just inspect the element and you see the magic. And you will always find that relative CSS selector always the way better whatever any other tool or anything can give you. You just right click here and let me show you again one more selector which you can copy from here. And this is the selector I have copied from the Chrome DevTools. You see this and you see this. And if you want to generate with some other like attribute, is that let's say you don't want to use generate it with class, or you want to generate it with some specific attribute that you can pass here, or you just uncheck here and it will generate with something else. So all amazing features are here, a lot more here that we can talk. Like even if I will talk a whole night, it has that many features that we can talk whole night. Apart from this, at any point of time, you like let's say you don't want to use like you doesn't want to get the auto generated selectors, you can just turn it off and go back to the default view just as an editor. And this is going to solve a lot more problem, like because many people doesn't want the auto generated selector. So that I have kept in mind that yes, many people doesn't want the auto generated, they want to write just their own and they doesn't want to see as well. So you just keep it off, and it has that capability that it will be uh, it will be it will be always like when next time when you will open it, it will open with the your settings only. Like it will not be open with the new UI. So it for you it will be always whatever settings you will save, basically it will save those settings in local. So you need not to like worry about that. Let's say whatever settings that you, let's say you have set some settings like you doesn't want to generate with class for your application, you know that class is dynamic. So if you have set this unchecked, if you close this and open it again, it will open with unchecked class. And if you don't want to use it as an auto generated selectors as well, you just turn it off, close this, open next time, it will open with your settings. So basically it has that capability. And I have kept that thing in mind that just few people doesn't want auto generated, few people want to use editor as well as generator. So if you want to use at the same time both, you can open it and you can type that thing, and it will always work as an auto like a smart editor or a smart intelliger, you can say. So that all features are here. So this is going to really help you a lot, and a lot more features. And at any point of time, you can like make it default settings. If you want to generate your code with the like your with your like you want to generate the complete step, then you can click on this and you can add your command as well, which can be appended on your selectors. So amazing features are there. You can also like let's say you doesn't want to see this filters header, you can turn it off from here. So as simple as like UI is customizable, settings are customizable, everything is customizable, whatever way you want to use it. Like you can customize the UI. Okay, I didn't like this filter, okay, I will turn it off because I doesn't require. Next time when you will open, it will not open with the filters, it will open what you have saved it. So simple, such a neat and clean UI. and really intuitive, really useful, and this is just incredible. I would say, and really helpful. I hope this you all love this, and it has so many amazing features. You just keep exploring, and you will keep falling in love with this one. I would really request you guys, please support SelectorsHub and share it. You can write blogs, tutorials, articles, etc. And okay, let me just look at the your comments here. I'm using another laptop so that this I mean UI this screen sharing will not interrupt you guys. Thanks, Gaurav. I just got my haircut. Could you please? Okay, so one question is, could you share an example for an element deep in the DOM, like within a nested frame? Thank you. Sure, in there. So if some elements are inside frame, and I'm sure like okay, those who are new to the selector sub supports frame, iframe, then shadow DOM, which is the like I would say this is the only solution. Selector sub is the only solution which supports the and you see, okay, let me show you this right click option. Right there from the screen, if you right click and copy this, let's say copy relative XPath. We have copied the relative XPath. Let me paste this value right there itself. You see that, okay, this is a small window here. This is again. If you see that when we pasted this value, this element is in the iframe, it is showing. It also gives you the relative XPath when we right click and copy the value from here. So it helps you, it tells you directly there itself, like everything, all the information is here. And if you open the tab, selector sub tab, you see the amazing information right over there. You see that it gives you the frame selector, inside which frame it is. It is telling you that it's inside frame. And here is the relative CSS selector for the inspected element, relative CSS selector for the frame inside which this element lies. So you see that this particular element is inside this frame. So it gives you the frame selector, not the XPath. If you see that this gives the relative CSS selector and relative CSS selector for frame, relative CSS selector for the element which we have inspected. Solves everything and makes such a simple thing. And just in single click, you got this. Let me show you an example for Shadow DOM. It was never possible to write and verify selectors or generate the selectors for Shadow DOM. You just open SelectorsHub, it will tell you that relative CSS selector and this element inside Shadow DOM. So you know that this element is inside Shadow DOM. You can write your own CSS selector right there. And if you make any mistake, like you start writing, let's say XPath here, it will tell you, it gives you the proper error message. Those who are new to SelectorsHub, if you doesn't know that this is the only compiler, if you see that this is the only compiler which gives you the that this is invalid CSS selector, XPath doesn't support Shadow DOM. If anything you write wrong, like let's say for an example, if you have written something wrong on while writing your own XPath. So let's say we are building this XPath here, and if you miss something, it will give you the proper error message like invalid XPath, closing square bracket is missing here. So it gives those information. This is for those people, those who are new to the SelectorsHub. It has amazing features, really amazing features for as an editor. And in fact, this is the only editor which is available there in the market for selectors, a smart editor. If you know that this also supports like SVG elements, because many times we have these questions like we are not able to write the SVG elements like selectors. So if you just open selectors, it immediately tells you that this is SVG element. You turn it on, you get those selectors as well. So this is really, really helpful. And this is really huge time saver for you. and you can learn a lot about the selectors, about the DOM and everything, and really help you a lot. Uh, Thank you, Ignis. Is this support Angular tags? Yes. So anything like if you are able to write the selectors for your application, whether this Angular application or anything, like if that those elements are available on the DOM. So yes, I guess this application someone shared with me sometime back. This is on Angular. So if you open Selectors Hub, so yes, it works for like your whatever, no matter like what kind of tags are Angular tags or whatever, if it is available in the DOM and you are able to write the selectors for them, so yes, selectors will support for them as well. Okay, no man. Does this mean that CrowPath is combined with selectors? No, not at all. So, okay, let me just give a small update that I'm the creator of CrowPath and selectors of both. Unfortunately, certain uncertain like circumstances was there, like I had to leave CrowPath, and I'm not anymore working on CrowPath and just working on SelectorsHub, and it is like absolutely different solution, completely written on like you can say uh, different tech, different logic, everything. If you compare uh, the concept of selectors generation or any logic, if you feel, you will find a different one. uh, Maybe look and feel, because I'm the like same creator for both, but so a long time back, around 6 years back, I guess I've also asked this kind of question to a creator that this looks similar to something. Then I remember that his answer was like, see, look, you have Mac and you have Windows, both has a keyboard, both has a screen, both has this i mean complete body, but they are not similar. So it is something like same. This is like comparing, we are comparing Mac and Windows, so it's absolutely different. This has like complete different everything. So yeah, the only similarity you can say that creator is same for both. Thank you. Actually, yeah, this question has been asked me a lot. Are pseudo classes for CSS selectors available? Okay, so pseudo classes, like when we say that pseudo element, so actually pseudo elements are not, we cannot write the selectors for pseudo elements like this. So we cannot write the selectors for pseudo elements. So if you inspect the pseudo element here in the DOM, let me show you that concept. Clear that this concept. If you do $0, you will find that the parent element of the pseudo classes. So pseudo classes, we cannot write the selectors. This is just an this has been added in your CSS selector file to add some like to decorate your UI basically. So whenever we have to write something, it goes to the parent. So like you see that what is that element which is currently inspected, that $0. So if you open selectors hub, it will give you the selector for the main, the parent one, this one. So this is here. Bija, no comments on that, but yeah, so that is also my baby, so yes, it always very close to my heart. Thank you. But yes, selector sub is the new reality, and I would really request you guys that you should try it, and definitely it is going to help you a lot and save you a lot more time for you. And this is the new reality, and it is going to help you a lot, and a lot more feature on the way. And I'm working on this 24/7. My support is here. You always reach out to me for any query, and this is absolutely free to use. There is no license required for it. And I would really request you guys that please be a patron and support SelectorsHub to run it free forever. Even if you donate just $1 to $5 per month, I mean, this is up to you, whatever you want. A coffee is more than enough for me if you can offer me a coffee per month. If you feel that SelectorsHub is going to save your time and help you in your job, so please support SelectorsHub and be a patron. You can look at the selectorsub.com. There is the that right there is the donate button. So if you click on this, it will take you to the patron page, and you can anytime you can see how much I'm earning per month. So this is just a like I'm earning $70 per month right now because I'm not working with any company and just working full time for the community. You can also make the one time payment if you want, but I would really recommend you guys please be a patron and support SelectorsHub. And this is something these are some achievements which SelectorsHub just achieved just in a month. Like it became number one CSS selector tool in all the browser stores. So like if you search on browser stores for SelectorsHub, not SelectorsHub, if you search for here in the home page for CSS selector, you will find that SelectorsHub comes on the top and in all the browser stores, not just on Chrome store. So this it comes here. So this is a huge achievement, and it started appearing in LinkedIn profiles. Engineer calls it lifesaver, and became the first choice of trainers at Udemy. And it has more than 5,000 downloads across the browser just in a month. Huge thanks to all the selectors, service sponsors, patron, and supporters, donors. I really thank you, each one of you, and every one of you there on the call. And if you need any help, you need any support, so here on the SelectorsHub tab, check out all these footer links. These are really helpful. This is all the information. Like you can reach out to me on Slack and any of the social media platform. And if you find any bug or any feature request, you can raise it on the GitHub. And I'm sure you all must be having this question, when it will when 2 dot will be available. So it will be available code is already release is already pushed on all the browsers. So it will be mostly available by uh, tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, because as soon as it will be available, I will be uploading all the information and the video tutorial here. So you will get the notification. I would really request and recommend you to subscribe to the YouTube channel of SelectorsHub. And my heartful gratitude and huge thanks to all of you and whole community and everyone. You can reach out to me, follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter, anywhere. That thank you so much for joining. And I will take I will take all of your questions. You can keep putting your question on the comments, so I'll be looking on that. Yep, I'm looking at the questions. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Inder. Thank you, Ablesh. Thanks a lot, Gaurav. Thank you all. Thank you, Gaurav. Yeah, definitely. Let me share the selectorsub.com link here with you all. So right now 1.0 is already available, so you can install, and it is available on for all the browsers, and it is really helpful. You can just install it any of your preferred browser, so and you can use it. It will save a huge amount of time. Sure. Oh, sure, Norman. Let me share my screen. So that enter attribute feature is, it's really simple. Like let's say you want to generate selector with some specific attribute, and you doesn't want to generate with the, let me I hope you can see my screen now, with some specific attribute. If you want to generate selectors, in that case, like you can pass the attribute name there, enter the attribute name. Let me show you here. Let's say we have inspected this element and you found that it is generated with a placeholder and class, but like css selectors as well, with placeholder and class it is generating, but you doesn't want with placeholder, you want with name. So you just type name here and press enter. You will see that selectors will generate with your attribute. And let's say you want to add the command as well. Let me show you this functionality as well. So you want the, like let's say many people have this command find element, and then wherever you're going to add xpath in your command, you just have xpath keyword there, xpath value keyword, and press enter. It will append the command as well. And let's say you have something like find element by dot xpath by xpath, something like this. If you hit enter, it will replace that find by css selector find by xpath. It is smart enough to understand like what value it should show there. So yeah, it will do that for you. And you can just like click on this and value copy it. And let me again show you that right click functionality here. You just copy the value from here, right relative xpath, and you can paste it here. So this is really useful and really simple. And anytime you can just turn it off. I mean, you doesn't want to use them, you just turn it off. I hope that clear your doubt. Thank you so much, test chat. And I'm really looking forward, like if you anybody wants to collaborate with me with SelectorsHub and wants to, like, you can be the community partner as well. And I'm really thankful to the community partner, my community partner here for the SelectorsHub. You can see that here, you can check it out. SelectorsHub community partner. I'm really thankful to Inderpal. You can see that software testing is space, software and testing training as well. And I will. I'm also looking forward to the YouTube partners and everybody. I'm really open to like collaborate and help the community as much as possible. So please reach out to. Please reach out, and if you, anything, uh, anything you want to discuss, or you want me to give the training on Selectors Hub or workshop for your team or for your company, I'm more than happy to help. Vignesh, it is not available in Chrome Store yet. It will be available in 1-2 days. Release is pushed in all the stores, so very soon it will be live on all the browser stores. Thank you, Vignesh. Acha, it is developed in JavaScript, so mostly like all the browser extensions, I would say like it used to developed in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Yes, Anup, it supports that nth child and nth type of in CSS selector as well. So like if you are writing your own CSS selector, so it you would be able to write any kind of this. But when it will be generating first, it will try to generate the like relative as much as possible to avoid indexes, nth child, and everything. It will try to generate the uh, based on the like attribute with the parent joining with the unique parent. So on that basis it will try to generate, and last option is it will go for the nth child or that arrow thing. So yeah, thank you, Raghunandan. It was never possible without you. When will the 2.0 release? It is Vignesh, it is already released. Yeah, soon it will be available in the store. It is already pushed on all the browser stores. I'm just waiting for the like getting it published from the Chrome. Means all the like it is on the waiting list for the review. Hopefully tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will announce it on the YouTube and upload the YouTube tutorials on SelectorsHub channel on this channel, so you will get it. I'm also looking at that, like if it should have been available by now, but yeah, because it was Sunday today, so yes, it was weekend, so it take time for another 1-2 days. I would really request you guys, like if you have like YouTube channel or uh, courses in Udemy, or you're teaching your students or followers or anyone or helping community, please share Selectors Hub with them. It will really help them a lot. And if you're in web development, definitely it is going to help them a lot as well. And my heartful gratitude and thanks a lot. The test chat, if you haven't followed and if you haven't joined their Telegram group, then definitely you should explore their channel and you should join that group. It is going to really help you a lot, and a lot of good people are there. So if you have any more question, like I'm open, and I will be here live for another 5-10 minutes. So if you have any question related to selectors or what next, yes, you can ask. Thank you, Raghu. And a small story, if you all I mean, because there are no more questions, let me share with you guys, if those who are not aware how this all started. So in 2017, me and Raghunandan Gupta, those who are using the comments, we were like room partner, and the very first release I did for Crowpath that time from the balcony, and this is like 2020 now, which I have launched this lectures of from the Kanpur. Recently, I moved from Bangalore to Kanpur due to COVID, and I left the job. So yeah, I mean, of course, financial things was there. Like, so I thought like move to village area where I will not have to spend on rent, and also yes, I moved to my native, uh, and right now I'm living in Kanpur. Has same origin policy DOMs been sorted out in selectors? Now with that same origin cross origin policy for iframe is that like it is not it's not yet solved. It is actually means if you understand the fundamentals of this iframe cross origin iframe is that itself like that itself has been introduced that one would not be able to inject the JavaScript or any kind of script inside the cross origin iframe. Same for the shadow DOM. If it is like closed shadow DOM, we can't access that. So this is a rule. Like if we try to that to do some other way, I mean, first of all, there is no way possible to do that. Another, if we try to do that, maybe Chrome will remove the extensions from the browser store. Yes, Visa, it is available for Firefox and Chromium Edge as well. Yes. So you see that, okay, if you open SelectorsHub.com, it is available on all the browsers. Let me just share my screen again. If you see that it is available for all the browsers, Chrome, Firefox, Edge and Opera browser, and very soon, like by next month or maybe another month, one more month, it will be available for Safari browser as well. And this will be the very first solution which will be available for Safari browsers. So yes, you can, as you can see on my screen, that it's available for all the browsers. Thank you, Amrinder. If you have any more question, I'm open to that. And this, it has a lot more features, SelectorsHub. You just keep exploring and you will get like you will be amazed by this its features and its all the like solution. And you can do watch the like tutorial videos here on the SelectorsHub. If you please explore on this here, SelectorsHub.com, you see that there are blogs and videos. You can just please read about them here. And I would really request you guys, like it has a huge amount of future, I mean incredible features which you might have never thought, like how these many this much time could be saved. So please read more about Selectors Hub here, and all like why Selectors Hub and what all features are there, what are the innovations are here on in Selectors Hub, and what were never possible in the history, because there are like a lot of I would really I mean, recommend you guys understand that we are learning a lot of wrong things from the Chrome Dev Tools. If you see that, let me show you here. Like suppose someone asks us like how many links on this page. On let me just open this SelectorsHub.com here. If somebody asks us like how many links on this page, and you immediately start searching here on the Chrome Dev Tools /A, it is showing 1 of 81. You see that 81 it is showing, but this is not correct. This is not 81 links over there. You see that it is also counting this /A. Many times we doesn't understand that what is this /A. This is not a link tag. This is not an anchor tag. So same thing, if you search here on the Selectors Hub, you would be able to learn that there are 55 links on this page. So this is the selector tool. Selectors Hub is the selector tool which is made for that purpose, while this Chrome DevTools also has the functionality of like just search the text, matching alphabets or matching words there in the DOM. It is not just the selectors tool. So please refrain from those like misinformation or learning wrong things. So please be aware about that. And in fact, like if you means right click shadow DOM values, that also it gives the XPath, which is not the correct, because like many times people copy this XPath, which is it is giving here, while this is wrong, because this is not possible for the shadow DOM elements XPath. So this is also wrong. Similarly, like if you copy the value for the SVG tag from uh, for SVG elements from Chrome DevTools, that is also not correct there. Like if you like this one, if you copy this value, copy XPath value from here, this is not correct value from the DOM. This is wrong. So all these misinformation we are getting from Chrome DevTools. So please refrain from that. Learn good thing, learn right thing, what is right, what is wrong. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Raghunan. Okay, guys. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining, and please keep your support and love with that. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm all 24/7 available for you and working for the community. And keep supporting, keep sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Be safe. Good morning. Have a good day. Bye bye.